and welcome, my dear fellas. Well, here I am. Love you all. It was a difficult, challenging one, but I am here. Here I am on the road again. Oh, today I literally grinded my ass off with submission training. Was literally destroying myself today with submission workouts. And yeah, my submission skills are getting better and better. So, what I want to say, I am pretty much surprised with the outcome of the vein, and I uh, no, I haven't seen that coming that way. Two vein misses. Is it good? It's never good when you have vein misses, of course. But who can blame fighters, really? Really, who can blame fighters? They just. I understand that some people are pretty much unprofessional. I'm gonna share this on Twitter. Yeah, I'm going to share this on Twitter. And I'm going to share this on Discord. Guys, I'm training MMA like a maniac, so that's why I'm not going live that much, so please forgive me. Please forgive me, don't get mad at me, please. Like, hello Benjo, how are you doing? Oh yeah, you've seen my clip about doggies. Feed me hot dogs. Feed me hot dogs. I can feed them hot dogs. Feed me hot dogs. Charles Johnson, Rafael Esteban. I'm going to say Charles Johnson to win. After Esteban's. I absolutely love MMA Joy impressions. Oh, thank you. I'm the best MMA guy. I'm the best MMA guy. I'm the best MMA YouTuber. Yeah, man has to express his own opinion. Michael Johnson to win. Charles Johnson to win, my mistake. Treyarch, the Nicolas Mota. I'm going to say fight starts round 3. Side call Mota. Mota to win. Next one. Well, Lucia Pudilova versus Eileen Perez. Fight starts round 3. Unfortunately, as a big fan of Eileen Perez, sorry, Eileen, don't get mad at me. I love you so much, but I think Pudilova decision. I know Eileen Perez won't be. She will get angry for this, but I love you, Eileen. I'm a big fan of you, but I think Pudilova is a better fighter. Not impersonal. Jeka Saragih versus Lucas Alexander. I'm gonna say no distance. Despite Alexander missed the scale, I'm still saying Alexander to win. KO, TKO. I don't think Saragih has UFC capacity, but he is the first ever Indonesian fighter in UFC, so that deserves a lot of respect. Mick Parkin versus Kyle Machado. I'm gonna say Parkin to win. Parkin, KO, TKO. As a side call, I'm gonna go with Mick Parkin. Next one, Christian Leroy Duncan, Dennis Tiluilin. No distance. Duncan stoppage. Some kind of a stoppage submission or KO, TKO, but I would rather say something via ground and pound or something on the ground. Tiluilin is solid kickboxer, very solid. Next one, Chad and Helliher versus Jose Johnson. Trickiest fight on the whole card. Fight starts round 3. Side call, let's say Angeli here. I'm so unsure about this fight. I'm ducking this fight for a reason. Jonathan Pierce versus Joe Anderson Brito. I think Joe Anderson Brito has solid chance, but I would rather go not going the distance. UD call Brito. I think Brito has a solid chance to win this one, really. So let's say preliminary until minute 5, main until minute 8. So just to know, when I'm hitting timestamps, just to know. Miktibek Oralbai versus Uroš Medic. I'm going to say no distance. Listen, I want Medic to win, but this guy Oralbai is so brutal. He can take a beating. It's so hard to knock him out. He can really give everybody a hard time. So I'm gonna say Medic KO TKO, but Medic could also lose via submission. I'm a big fan of Uroš Medic, despite his fans that were sending me death threats. Man, Miktibek Oralbai is way worse opponent. I mean, way worse choice than Parsons because Oralbai is better opponent. It's gonna be super hard fight for Medic. Lana Pinheiro versus Amanda Rivas. Fight starts round 3. Side call Rivas to win. Pinheiro likes to fake, so this fake here, I don't know. Peyton Talbot versus Nick Aguirre. I'm going to say no distance. Talbot, KO, TKO, or submission, something like that. Chase Cooper versus Jordan Levitt, another no distance call. Side call Levitt to win. Next one is going to be the combat between Mikael Morales and Jake Matthews. Saying Morales to win, or over 2.5. Now for this fight, Jake Matthews could really give Morales a hard time, as Jake Matthews is having very good ground game, and against Max Payne Griffin, Morales was struggling, so he might struggle again, you never know. Really, he might struggle again. There is a chance he might be struggling again against this type of the opponent. So if you're asking me, this could be a tricky fight, as Matthews might come a little better than he used to be. So yeah, Brandon Allen versus Paul Craig. I'm going to say no distance. I'm going to say Craig submission. Going to say Craig submission or Allen KO TKO. Allen will hardly finish Craig. I know he finished Andre Muniz via rear naked choke, a submission god, but Paul Craig is on a whole different level when it comes to submissions, and I have a feeling Paul Craig was submitting Dagestani fighters. It means that he is having a lot of respect with that aspect of the game. He is very skillful. Berjo is actually the best submission fighter in the whole division, if you're asking me. Now, some people are going to say that I'm crazy for comparing him to Glover Teixeira, but I think he was having a better submission game than Glover Teixeira, and I think Berjo is actually a decent call and a decent choice for majority of people here. I think Berjo is actually a decent choice, and I think Berjo is actually going to give his opponent a really much of a hard time. So yeah. Now, majority of people are going to ask, did you pick any underdogs? Nice underdogs. I need to see the odds first. Yeah, Ares is taking place, but I'm not covering that. I know Ares is taking place tonight, but I'm not covering that. Like, Ares isn't bringing many views. Paul Craig is a nice underdog. Craig? Yeah, round robin. Craig, Levitt. Who else is a solid underdog? Brito. Pudilova, Johnson. They are nice underdogs. If you're asking me, they are really much of a nice underdogs, and I just have a good feeling about this upcoming card. It's gonna be a nice card. Really much, it's gonna be a nice card, and majority of us are definitely going to enjoy this. So yeah, I'm pretty much confident that we are going to enjoy it. Today I was recording something, so I'm just wanna say sorry because I've been inactive. That's sorry because of my inactivity. But I was recording, I'm recording a lot with Marko Bojkovic, and I'm really recording a lot with Marko Bojkovic, and no, it's really taking a lot of time, so sometimes it's actually pretty hard. No, there are some days when I'm very, very much, how you say, when I'm very much fucked up, and this was one of those days. I will stream at least half an hour today. I know I should hit the hay after this, but yeah, I was having a very hard day in the office. Today I was also working on the construction, and right of the construction job, I literally flew to record with Marko Bojkovic, so that video is having over 150k views. Over 150k views. Really, it's a lot of views. It's really much a lot of views, so I'm actually grateful. I'm really grateful for that because that means a lot to me, really. It really means a lot to me. No, it really means a lot to me. I have to say, when people are supporting me, when people who matter support me, it really means a lot to me, and I think this is the case when when people who support me might actually push everything to the next level. And it's all about support, it's all about activity these days, and that's what I want to hear. I love you all, I just love you too much. No, there will be some funny videos in the future. I have some ideas, but no, I'm not going to skyrocket my creativity just yet. Telling you. I decided to make something from myself, and I really decided to do it. And this guy, Bulgarian cowboy, will do something in his life. Telling you, I'm going to do something in my life. It's just a matter of time. Sometimes it's very hard, I'm having big dilemmas from time to time, and I'm facing big challenges, but life can be tricky. At some certain points, life can be really, really tricky. I know majority of you are watching Bellator, so that's why I won't be streaming longer than half an hour. These training sessions are actually very, very hard. So it's draining a lot of my energy. Not gonna lie, it's very challenging on some days. On some days I just wanna sleep and never get up from my bed. That's how hard it is. But one day it has to pay off. One day it will. When people ask me why, Vlad, because I'm a warrior. That's one the only thing I know. Hello, Vlad, checking in as always. Hello, Emily, how you doing? Shouting out to you. Thanks a lot for hooping in. Yeah, just got back of my MMA workout and I'm excited for tomorrow. Me too, it's a solid card. I can't lie, it's a solid card. It really is a solid card, and I'm extremely excited. I'm extremely excited for because that card is being pretty much solid, and because that card could actually. I won't lie to you. I put 1k on Michael Morales. I think this is actually a good bet. I also think Morales is going to win. But I bet on Medic versus Parsons fight not going the distance. That fight is cancelled. So Bulgarian Cowboys curse is actually real. If you bet on the fight, it will not come to fruition. It will not happen. Somebody will hurt himself, or the fight will get postponed. I expect the domination from him. I think Morales is going to win a decision. Rest in peace, bets. I know. Two last minute changes. Tell me about Michael Morales. Michael Morales was struggling against Max Payne Griffin, but I think Jake Matthews is actually a better opponent for Michael Morales' style. So I think Michael Morales shouldn't have much of a hard time against this opponent. I think Jake Matthews is a better opponent for him than this guy. So I think putting 1K on Michael Morales is solid choice. I think the same. I think Griffin was more difficult opponent than Matthews, if you're asking me, because Griffin offers way more experience, and Matthews is, how to say, he is a solid ground fighter, but Morales can actually stuff all the takedowns, and Morales can keep the fight standing if he wants to. So we're going to see that. I believe if Morales keeps the fight standing, that he shouldn't have a hard time winning. But again, that's just my expectation. Doesn't have to mean that I'm right, because sometimes different things happen. Because this is MMA. Like in MMA, 2 and 2, the 2 and 2 never equals 4. 2 and 2 will never be 4 in the world of mixed martial arts. No, winds are changing. Maybe somebody's having a bad day in the office. It's individual sport. That's very difficult for predictions, but MMA is my life passion. He is the real deal. Reminds me a little on Israel Adesanya. Yeah, but he doesn't have a big mouth. If he wants to, yeah, according to fighting style, yes, but if he wants to be Israel Adesanya, then he needs to up his mouth. Then he needs to up his speeches to provoke people more. etc. That's what he needs to do if he wants to become the next Israel Adesanya, of course. I'm not saying he will. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he will. I just believe that's what he should do. I'm just saying that's what he should do. Was a big fan of Craig, but I don't know, man. I don't like when he just throws himself to the ground. I know. Craig is a submission god. That's a normal fighting strategy for him. I think. I just think that kind of a strategy could actually work well for Paul Craig, because he is a submission god. But again, Brandon Allen submitted Andre Muniz, and you know that Andre Muniz is a BGG black belt, so maybe against Brandon Allen it's gonna be a way harder mission than we initially expected in the first place. Who you got against him on Allen? I'm gonna go. The fight will not go the distance. That is going to be my official call. I'm saying either Allen is going to win via some kind of KO TKO, or I'm saying Craig via submission. Craig submitted Gajimura Dantigulov. He was submitting Dagestani fighters. He was submitting some high level opponents. That's a painful story about my bets. That really is a painful story. I had, you can find the video from Tuesday, but yeah, that's a painful story because Uroš Medic versus Parsons is cancelled, and I was so angry. That is a very much painful story, but let's hear it until the end. I was very angry because that didn't come to fruition, and I was very angry because Uroš Medic is fighting different opponent right now. So I wanted to completely change the game, and I wanted to completely change the rules. So I changed my bets completely this time, and I'm going to write you my bets. So Amanda Rivas versus Luana Pinheiro. Fight starts round 3. Leroy Duncan to win. And I have something new. I actually got very much wild when Medic's fight, when Medic's fight was, changed. M. Johnson versus Esteban fight starts round 3. Didn't want to bet on Morales. I think I actually made a big mistake, but Rivas versus Luana Pinheiro fight starts round 3. I was so angry when Medic's fight was changed because I already had a bet on Medic. Then I went at my bookie and I told him to, for that ticket that I used to have in the past, I just told him for that ticket that I don't want to bet. And he told me, okay, you can bet for the same amount of money if you want to, and we are going to give you different bets because some fights simply didn't come to fruition and you can still change it. My book is actually very much tolerant. So I was very angry because of what happened today. I visited my bookie and he said, okay, you can change it for the same amount of money. If you want the same amount of money, that's fine. Which was a good choice. Right now I have Amanda Rivas versus Luana Pinheiro. Fight starts round 3. I have Christian Leroy Duncan to win, and I have Charles Johnson versus Rafael Esteban. Fight starts round 3. As I see Johnson winning a potential decision victory, though. That's what I see. Some things are simply off the rails these days. No. I was so angry, man. 2 fights, last minute changes. Leroy Duncan and Medic, that's like. It's difficult, I'm not gonna lie. It was a difficult pill to swallow for me. It really was a difficult pill to swallow. I mean, how would you feel in the first place? How would you feel, my dear fellas? What would you do? I was angry, I'm not gonna lie. I was so angry when that happened. We got 2 last minute changes. It doesn't bring anything good to anybody. These last minute changes and all those things. Sometimes it can be so brutal, sometimes it can be so painful. They can brutalize the sport with those last minute changes, but we are fans after all, and we are here to watch, we are here to judge. That's what we can do. Yeah, this week I sparred the TikToker and I was just staying away, I tried to stay away from the fight, but he really wanted to hit me hard, and I just had to hit him. I just had to hit him very powerfully. I mean, I hit him with 40% of my left hook. But seems he felt it properly. Seems he felt that left hook properly. Bet it was a painful one. What do you think of Aileen Perez? She looked very, very dead on the face-off. I think Lucia Pudilova gonna win. Fight starts round 3 or Pudilova via decision. I'm a big fan of Aileen Perez as well, as you know, but I just have a feeling that Aileen Perez is not going to win this one. Man, I'm such a big fan of Aileen Perez, such a big fan, but big, big, big fan. One of the greatest fans of Aileen Perez in the game, but I just don't think Eileen Perez is going to win this one. Just have a bad feeling. I don't know, also because of that face-off, because of those things that happened at the face-off, because of a difficult weight cut and everything that followed. I just have a bad feeling about Eileen Perez. For some reason, I don't give her much of a chances. Now I'm gonna get heavily criticized for that. I know I'm gonna get heavily criticized, but she is favorite though. I know, but I think Lucia Pudilova is actually way better than we expected. That's a totally different opponent than Lucia Pudilova who fought against Liz Carmouche. Right now, Lucia Pudilova is way better. She has improved herself significantly. Who will win, Brandon Allen or Logan Paul Craig? You will say I'm crazy, but I'm giving solid chances to Paul Craig. I know that Brandon Allen submitted BJJ black belt Andre Muniz. I know. And Muniz submitted Souza. I know. He submitted Jacare Souza. But I just think Paul Craig is the best submission fighter in the whole division. Volkan Ozdemir was keeping the fight standing against him, but I will never forget the fact that Paul Craig submitted that idiot Gajimura Dantigulov and that victim crying pussy, the Gajimura Dantigulov. So actually, I'm a big fan of Craig Josh. And today I was training scissor sweep and Kimura sweep for 2 hours, believe it or not. Paul Craig worked a BJJ clinic on Andre Muniz. Muniz is a BJJ expert, I know. Know how many pounds did Jake Matthews drop? He looks very skinny. I think he walks around 200. Don't forget, Paul Craig submitted Magomed Ankalaev too. Yes, he submitted Magomed Ankalaev in the dying seconds of the fight, and he was losing that fight. So yeah, he submitted two daggies. His submission skills are simply on a different level, especially his triangle choke. People mostly don't tap on triangle choke. For example, today a guy caught me into a very difficult triangle choke, but I didn't tap. Proof BJJ is better than Dagestani wrestling. Paul Craig is the real proof of that. He submitted two Dagestani idiots, so I am confident that submitting those Dagestani idiots is. Bets are paying crazy money on Craig sketchy. I don't know why, but bookies don't like Craig for some reason. Maybe because of his loss to Volkan Nozdemir, but we mustn't ignore the fact that he is now at 185. This is not 205. Maybe because Brandon Allen submitted Andre Muniz, but double fingers to Dagestan, especially to that warlord despot Ramzan Kadyrov. I hate all of them. You know that very well, Josh. You know very well who am I supporting. God bless the United States of America. America for life, man. America gave me life. Literally, America gave me the opportunity. This is American platform, and America gave me the opportunity to, to live my dream, to fulfill my wishes, and yeah, smoking fat blunt of Rico. How are you doing, Mason? Double fingers to Hamas. I agree with that, Josh. I'm high as a kite. Why are you high as a kite? What happened? Ah, break between training sessions. I understand you, Mason. Yeah, I understand you, Mason. Well, if it's a break between training sessions, go for it. Lay off the drugs and train real MMA. Listen, Josh, today I was training Kimura sweep and scissor sweep for 2 hours, and I'm actually very tired. Kickboxer who has over 30 fights, so I'm good. Yeah, yeah, you are. You are. Smoked before all my fights. It seems you have a very tolerant body. No, really, Josh, what I want to say is literally I was doing Kimura sweep and a sister sweep for 2 hours. I was doing Kimuras. No. Do you think Brandon Allen can outstrike Craig? Yes, he can. Craig is not a good striker, but he is BJJ god. That's why you'll be a low-level MMA fighter. Yeah, many people say that I will be a low-level MMA fighter because as soon as somebody takes me down, I'm instantly fishing for a submission. So people are saying that I'm going to be a horrible MMA fighter because of that. Jonathan Pierce, Elin Perez, and Uroš Medic. Um, this is difficult fight for Uroš Medic, man. Not you, my friend. Mason will be low level. No problems, Uroš. This is a difficult fight for Uroš Medic. Parsons was way better opponent for him, but you know, Mikti Bekorolbai is difficult opponent. I think fight not going the distance, but I'm not confident about Medic. I want Medic to win though. Elin Perez. I think Elin Perez gonna lose to Lucia Pudilova. You've seen how horrible she looked at the veins. And Jonathan Pierce could win. Jonathan Pierce is a good fighter. Yeah, to Uzbekistan. Haha. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, George, they submitted you. Finished pound for pound with a Kimura in 2017. Ah, man, Kimura sweep and scissor sweep are so difficult. But Kimura of the bottom, it works well. I actually finished a guy today with a Kimura of the bottom, but I will be honest, I hate that submission. I really hate Kimura of the bottom. But today I finished a guy with a Kimura of the bottom. For the first time in my whole life, I finished somebody with a Kimura from the bottom. I think Jordan Levitt has a good chance to win. Chase Hooper is a submission expert, but if Levitt keeps the fight on the feet, he has very solid chances to win. Just saying. Hooper has excellent leg locks, though. Yeah, Josh, really, today was the first time that I finished somebody via Kimura of the bottom. And I'll be honest, I really hate Kimura. This is my most hated submission. Benny Darius versus Arman Sarukian. Arman to win. I'm telling you, I really hate Kimura, especially of the bottom. This is my most hated submission. I really don't like that submission, but I'm actually a fan of power Kimura, but like normal Kimura, no, I'm actually more a fan of power Kimura. But today, that scissor sweep is actually nice. No, that scissor sweep actually works nice. I have only positive feedback for both scissor sweep and Kimura sweep. But scissor sweep and flower sweep are way, way easier for me. I just think that scissor sweep is better for somebody with long legs. I actually have pretty long reach for my weight class. I I was I was measuring my reach today, and it's not 74, it's actually 76. Yeah, I measured my reach today. It's actually 76. So we know my reach today. We officially found out my reach today. My reach is 76 inches, which is not bad. For a welterweight, that's solid reach. I'm not saying it's good one, don't get me wrong. Neil Magny has way greater reach than me, but I'm gonna say it's a solid one. Land Prey versus Stick and Move. 84-inch reach. No, 76. That's how much I have. I'm not John Bones Jones, man. I'm only 6'2". No, I'm only 6'2", so for a 6'2" guy, 76 inches is average reach. But I'm pleased with it, you know. I don't think it's a bad one. Can't complain. No. I really can't complain. Stick and move. Stick and move, definitively. But Brandon Allen isn't going to be a lay and pray guy, if you're asking me. Remember the name. Remember the boredom. Belal. Remember the boredom. Muhammad. Belal. Remember the boredom. Muhammad. I can record this as a short, huh? What do you think? I hate watching that guy fight, he's so boring. Yeah, extremely boring fighter. Belal! Remember the boredom! Muhammad! He always says free Palestine. That guy is a victim crying pussy. Belal, remember the boredom. Muhammad. Let me record it on my cell phone. I will do it now. I will record it on my cell phone. Hold on. So I can post the shorts tomorrow. 1 second. Belal! Remember the boredom! Muhammad! So I have a new announcement for Belal Muhammad. Hear it one more time. Belal! Remember the boredom! Muhammad! Yes. I just rolled Rigo up. Oh, amazing. So glad. Yeah, I can make a shorts tomorrow on Belal Muhammad. Vlad, want me to post some of my sparring footage? Yeah, why not? KO'd my partner. Amazing. Slapped you, bitch. Slapped ya, bitch. Slapped ya, bitch. What, motherfucker? What? Spinning shit. You're throwing spinning shit. Yeah, post it so we can all laugh at your poor technique. That one was funny. Need some good comedy since that dummy Robert Sella retired. Bella! Remember the boredom! Muhammad! Bella! Remember the boredom! Muhammad! That is a nice parody, I guess. Mason City. We are all crazy in our own ways, I guess, Josh. But listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing. BGG has many positive sides. For example, you know what I did today? One kickboxer came to our dojo and I intentionally pulled guard. Hello, Nana. Oh, Nana, been a long time since you've been in the chat. I intentionally pulled guard, but what he did, he got up, but I grabbed his leg. And for like 2 minutes, I was holding his leg. I was trying to take him down. He didn't want to let me take him down, but he was unable to hit me, you know. And at the end, I was able to drag him to the ground and to finish him with a heel hook. So I'm gonna tell you, but for 2 minutes, have you ever rolled with someone who smells so bad you almost throw up? Luckily, never. But I want to say that kickboxer was like, what the hell are you doing, you know? And I was like, I'm not gonna let your leg go. That's not going to happen. He was like, how the hell did you catch my leg, man? He was like, how the hell did you catch my leg? I was like, well, no. For like 2 minutes, he is standing and I grabbed his leg, you know, like in a saddle position. Can you create the image? I caught him. He is on the top of me. I caught him into a saddle position. And I'm holding his left leg. And he was trying to set himself free out of that position. And at the end, he fell down. No, at the end, he fell down. He realized that he will never set himself free. So he had to fall with me back, like, he had to fall with me, and I finished him with a heel hook. And he was like, man, you're so annoying when you grab a leg. I'm like, yes. But BGG is actually extremely powerful if you can use it properly. It's actually a very powerful martial art. Of course, in MMA, a limited BGG is okay because you are allowed to hit. But the power of BGG is extremely, extremely good if you know to use it properly. Just saying. BGG is actually very good martial art. So, but it was funny, you know, he was standing and I grabbed his left leg and I didn't want to let go for 2 minutes. And he even hit me like 2, 3 times. But I was covering up, you know, I was like covering up with my shoulder. Then he quit hitting me because he saw it's impossible. Would you say BGG is like like chess and wrestling is like checkers, the games? Absolutely. I have to agree with you, Nana, because I'm training very, very hard these days. And what I want to say is BGG is extremely difficult to learn, but when you master it, it can help you a lot. I think it's actually pretty much of a beneficial martial art. That's for you, Nana. Haven't seen you in a chat for a while, so that's the least I can do. I know you're a very busy woman, so I know you have tons of obligations, but you found some time to hoop into this chat and it means a lot to me, really. Long time fan. Yeah, BGG is like a chess. MMA is like a chess game too. Got to, especially on a high level, you got to be smart. On a low level, you might win via your physique, but on high level, physique can help, but it's not critical, it's not crucial. No, on high level. It matters, don't get me wrong. Physique matters. But on high level, it's more about fight IQ, it's more about tactics, strategy, skills, all those things that go with it. I just want you to know that I love you all. Just don't get me wrong, really. Thank you. We are moving to Tennessee. I'm cleaning out the California house. I see you're a very busy woman, but I'm glad your marriage is doing fine. I'm glad everything is okay. I mean, about move to Tennessee, I don't know what to say. I'm like, Majority of my fans are praising California, so I don't know how's life in Tennessee. But if life is good, go for it. Try it out. Take risks. I'm always saying take risks. No. In life, you must take risks. I took a risk, and I will do amateur MMA fight next year. So, if I win, I win. If I lose, let the life go on. Let the life continue. This is the way of living for me. MMA. I realized it a bit too late. But this is the way of living for me. So yeah, Nana, like life, I get that life is difficult, you know. Every new beginning is extremely difficult, but you must make them, you know. Simply must take risks in your life. If you don't take risks, you are not going to win. Hooper versus Jordan Levitt is Jordan Levitt. I want the Monkey King to win. I think Monkey King has a good chance if he keeps the fight standing. Hooper is a submission specialist, but his stand-up game is not quite good, so I hope Monkey King has solid chances to win the fight. How's your cleaning going? How's your cleansing really? Is it doing well, or I know when it's a big house, it's never easy, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. AJ McKee versus Outlaw McKee to win. You have my Bellator predictions under live videos, so I said all of them, but yeah, AJ McKee should win that one. I just don't think Sydney Outlaw is good enough to defeat him. No props, fella. But I recorded all my predictions, and yeah, you can take a look, so shouldn't be much of a hard time. I'm like, I'm not a guy who's going to tell you, you know, you need to pay for my predictions, etc. If somebody wants to support channel, I'm fine with that. Thank you. I'm grateful. But to sell my picks, nah, I just release it for members, something what I think. But like, I would never say that I'm selling my picks. That's like, I don't know, they're just not me. Just honest and honorable guy. Honesty didn't bring me many good things in my life, but I'm still honest. I can't lie. We bought a house in Tennessee very far from California, like 2000 miles away. People are nice there and everything costs less. Gasoline is half the price in Tennessee. That's amazing. If gasoline is way cheaper, that is going to be amazing. If you can have stable jobs, then I assume everything is going to be better. I hope you found some good jobs, and I really hope it's going to be a new level transformation. You know, everybody needs to go through that kind of a phase in life. After I suffered my Achilles tendon injury, I realized that I need to appreciate the life the way it is, and life isn't that bad. I'm not gonna complain. Life isn't that bad. I learned to enjoy small things. Are those your bets, the ones you wrote? Yes, yes, Cage. 2.54 a gallon there, 4.49 my California. Perspective is everything, good luck. Yes, Cage, I was extremely furious. Extremely furious because Medici and Christian Leroy Duncan have to fight last minute replacements, so I had to change my bets. I'm actually very angry because of Bulgarian Cowboys curse. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually very angry because of Bulgarian Cowboys curse. Because that curse is like, it's real. I had a bet on Medic versus Parsons no distance. Guess what? Medic got a new opponent. Yes, I think Johnny Walker was robbed. But they are going to give them a rematch, so. The guy didn't lie, he was in the desert. Maybe it was just a horrible misunderstanding, but life is life. There is no mysterious coming back. Yes, all single bets, yes. All single bets, every bet $10. I went at my bookie and he told me, listen, we can cancel all your bets if you want to, if you have other three bets. And I said, like, fine. Last weekend, you know that I didn't do pretty much well last weekend, so I hope this is going to be a resurrection this weekend. Last weekend wasn't that good for me, but shit happens. It's life, isn't it? Life can be pretty hard, especially with betting. Yes, all single bets, yes. Of course, Nana, if I ever come to America, I will go with you. If I ever come to America, I can promise you that. It would be a pleasure to me. If it ever happens, it would be a pleasure to me. I know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Simple as that. Some people think they can always win. You can win sometimes, but you can't win every single time. Pitbull is a huge underdog. I think Pitbull has a solid chance. The other guy is extremely overrated, if you're asking me. I know, but I bet for fun. I just bet for fun, you know. This sport is my life, so I got nothing smarter to do in my life. I mean, I do, but I can't leave MMA. That's just a passion. No, it's just a passion. It's the thing I love. It's the thing I live for. 5 more minutes, then I'm going to sleep. I actually enjoyed really, and today I was having a recording with Marko Bojkovic. Have you seen that my video with Marko Bojkovic has hit 150K views? It's like impressively good. Awesome, that was one of the best times ever. Was going to see the UFC Expo in heaven. My picture taken with famous UFC fighters choking me. As I make dramatic, painful faces, it was wonderful, so good. It's crazy how well the Marco video is doing. Only 2 days ago. Only 2 days ago, 150K views. Already his biggest. Oh, yes, yes. But I was just boxing one TikToker. No. And I wasn't boxing seriously, just no. I hit him my left hook with 40% of my abilities. But he quit, he forfeited, he quit as soon as he felt hard hit, so that was just his choice to quit. Marco Jack is a TikToker. Yes, he's not a fighter. Marco Jack is a TikToker. He used to train boxing in the past, but you see that he doesn't box well. I mean, it's visible of the airplane that he doesn't box well. I was just, I train every day, so I just didn't want to hit him very hard because there would have been massive consequences for him as well, as you already know. So I hit him once and it was fine. No, you've seen that left hook that landed clean. I hit him once with a big left hook and he felt it properly. He was rocked. He was rocked on the feet. And that was 40% of my power. That Marco Jack is a TikToker and not a fighter. But he's a cool guy. I'm going to tell you one thing. He's actually a cool guy. It was all agreed, but he just attacked a bit too strong. Marko Bojkovic was yelling at him to attack a bit stronger, but I controlled my strikes. I can fight way better than that. I mean, you will see when I do amateur MMA match, you will see how that will play out. I will try to be good. I can't promise you the show, but I will try to be fun. That's the least I can try. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I will be. I'm saying I will try to be fun. Yeah, believe it or not, Marco Jack is a TikToker and a solid TikToker. He's got like 85K followers. His followers are growing on a regular basis. The guy is popular. Are you from Serbia and live in Bulgaria the other way around? No, I am from Bulgaria, but I live in Serbia. I was born in Kustendil, Bulgaria, but my parents moved to Serbia when I was very young and I grew up there. Like Modestas Bukauskas, he was born in Klaipeda, Lithuania, but he grew up in United Kingdom. Congrats on many views. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Anyways, I need to go now. Need to hit the hay. Tomorrow we're hanging around for the UFC. Love you all. Catch ya. Gonna be great. See ya.